How can you be confident in something you have no experience in? The answer is cyclical confidence. Now, cyclical confidence is a term that I created for my upcoming book, Impossible to Fail. It's going to be released in Q2 of 2023. And it's in the chapter titled 10 Habits for a Bulletproof Mindset. Now, I'm going to tell you how I created this term and then give you the definition. As I was writing this chapter, I was thinking about the habits, and of course, confidence is absolutely one of them. You have to have confidence as an entrepreneur, as a person. From the entrepreneurial perspective, if you're delivering a presentation, you're trying to sell someone on the fact that you are the person that can solve their problems. Having that internal confidence, of course, is going to affect your mindset. Therefore, it's going to affect your performance. People want to see that you feel confident in your abilities. That is going to be very obvious, and it's definitely going to give them more confidence in you that you're the person for the job. But then I really started thinking about, what is confidence? And something that so many entrepreneurs and coaching students that come to me through my sales courses or as one-to-one students or in group coaching tell me that imposter syndrome is something that they deal with frequently, meaning they're relatively new to something or brand new to something, and they are talking to people in a way that is trying to convince them that they're an expert because they want their prospects to use their services, but at the same time, they don't have any experience in this. And so they feel like in portraying and trying to deliver this information, they feel inside internally like an imposter because they don't have any experience in this thing. And it almost feels wrong to tell someone that you can get the job done for them when you've never done it before or have very limited experience. And that's totally understandable. And I think it's rather ethical to have that thought process. But the reality is, if you go in there saying, hey, look, I'm brand new, I've never done anything before, but I really hope you're going to give me a shot. Now, I have no experience in this, and I'm just really going to try my best, and we'll see what happens. You're never going to get paid ever. And so you have to be able to be confident. Now, you're not going to lie. You're not going to make up stats about your experience, but you do have to have confidence. And so I started thinking about, well, where does confidence come from? And I realized that confidence is a result of experience. You get confidence from experience. Good or bad is how you get confidence. As an example, I coach real estate agents all the time. And so if I'm talking to a new real estate agent and they are working on one of their first appointments, they're going to feel out of place. They're going to feel uncomfortable because they've never bought or sold a house before, yet they're going to go to an appointment trying to convince someone that they're the agent to get the job done. It's going to be hard for them to have confidence because even if if this is their first appointment, they're going to have zero confidence. They're going to have zero confidence because they haven't done an appointment before. So they don't have any good or bad experience to pull from. Now, let's say we take maybe a novice agent. They're not a total amateur. They're not brand new. Maybe they haven't closed a deal yet, but they have been on some appointments. And even if they didn't get a yes in any of those appointments, when you finish the first appointment, if you get a good result, great. You get the contract, awesome. You have that confidence leading into the second appointment saying, I've done this successfully before. Now I'm going to do it again. I'm going to learn from my mistakes, but you have a degree of confidence. Even if you don't get the contract on the first appointment, you still did the thing. You still got results, even if they weren't the ones you were looking for, that provide a learning experience. So you can say to yourself, well, here's what I did. These things I know I could have done better. So now I'm going to improve on the next appointment. So even though I didn't get the favorable results I wanted the first time, I still have more confidence going into the second appointment because, number one, at least I got a rep under my belt. At least I did an appointment, and at least those first-time nerves are out of the way. And I learned from some mistakes that I can improve this time. So you still have a degree of confidence because you got results. You got results that you can learn from that leads to confidence. And, of course, the more results you get, the more confidence that you have. So, again, confidence is a direct result of experience. Only experience can breed confidence. And I think to have confidence in a certain thing, you need to have results in that same thing. So going back to the real estate example, if I want confidence as a real estate agent, I need to have results as a real estate agent. If I want confidence going into my appointments, I need to have results from appointments. The first time I have an active contract, that's a whole new level of confidence because I haven't had an active contract yet. Once I close that deal, now I have new confidence in closing other deals because I've closed the first one. So every time you get a new result, your confidence grows in that thing. But what if you're doing something for the very first time? How can you have confidence? Well, I realized the answer is you can't. You can't have confidence because, again, I define confidence as experience or results from a previous experience in that thing, in that specific activity. And if you don't have any experience or results in that activity, you therefore can't have confidence. But you got to have something. You got to have something that tells you I can do this thing. And so what is that ability to have that thought without any proof or experience? Well, the answer is faith. Faith. Now, what is the definition of faith? Well, the definition of faith, and I'm not talking about religious faith. I'm just talking about objective faith. Look it up in the dictionary. The answer is going to be extreme belief in the absence of proof. Okay, again, belief in the absence of proof. That is faith. Faith in yourself from a related, not same, but related experience that you have the character traits to gain confidence and accomplish success in the new thing that you're trying to do. I'll give you a practical example of how I applied this to myself and really came to this realization, and then we'll talk about how you can apply it to yourself. So my very first business, Standing O Marching. I write music for ultra-competitive marching bands. I absolutely love it. And when I started that business, it was my first business. I had a bachelor's degree in trumpet performance, emphasis in jazz studies. I had a master's degree in education. At that time, I was a middle school music teacher, teaching elementary and middle instrumental music. I had never started a business before. Never started a business before. Didn't know anything about starting a business. And because that business was so niche in writing competitive marching band music, I mean, there's a decent amount of people that do it. As far as people that do it, that's all they do and can make a full-time living at it, probably less than 10 people in the world. Like it's very, very niche, okay? And I had no experience in that. So therefore, I had no confidence, right? I'm trying to start a business. I'm years in. I'm just not making that much money. How am I going to get this thing off the ground? So I didn't have confidence as a business owner while building that business. But I kept going. Why? Because I had faith in myself. Because of related experiences I could pull confidence from. So as an example, had I ever started a business? No. But what does it take to start a business? Well, obviously it takes hard work, consistency, action, determination, delayed gratification, not letting a negative mindset stop you. Those are things, character traits you need to start a successful business. Well, I had previous experience of working hard to do big things. I had achieved becoming a professional trumpet player. That takes decades of work, of dedication. I had performed with some of the best musicians and marching ensembles in the world. That takes dedication. I went to an elite music school and got a bachelor's and a master's degree. That takes all of those qualities. Right out of college, with my master's degree, I got a great teaching job at one of the best districts in the state, making $55,000 a year, which for a 22-year-old is freaking awesome, right? And so I had experience in delayed gratification and working really hard for many, many years with honed in tunnel vision on a goal and accomplishing that goal. So even though I hadn't started a business, I didn't have confidence in starting a business, but I had faith in myself that I could get it done because I pulled from similar experiences, not starting a business, but college, music, getting a degree, getting a great job, working hard, getting what I want, and taking those traits and said, if I can do those things, I can do this thing. And that gave me the faith in myself to do it. Now, as I started achieving success in my music business, as I started getting more clients, well, now I'm getting confidence. The first time someone I didn't know went to my website and said, I like your music, I want to buy it. That was a huge boost of confidence. The first time I had more than 20 bands, huge boost of confidence. And then 30 bands a year, 40 bands a year, 50 bands a year. And it keeps going up and up and up. I'm gaining confidence. When I broke over 6 figures, over $100,000 a year, that was confidence. Then $150,000 a year, confidence. Quit my teaching job, confidence. Making $250,000, $250,000 a year in my music business now, confidence. So every time I get a new win, I'm gaining extreme confidence because now I have experience getting results, positive results, in the thing that I'm doing, building my music business. So now I'm getting confidence. So again, it started with faith, but that grew into confidence as I started getting results in my music business. I had faith because of other endeavors that I pulled into that, and then I had confidence when I started getting results in my music business. Now, then I got into bodybuilding, right? There we go, into bodybuilding. I got into bodybuilding, and so with that, I was fat. I was out of shape. I'd never really been in the gym before. No idea what I was doing. I did not have confidence in myself that I could get ripped, get in shape, prioritize my health and fitness. But what I did have was faith because I had accomplished big things before and I knew I was relentless. I knew I was determined, and with the right blueprint and information, I was going to be able to get it done. And as I started gaining confidence, as a result of the wins that I started having and positive experiences, that led to confidence. When I lost 80 pounds, finally had a little six-pack, that was confidence. When I got in the gym and started getting stronger, that was confidence. When I went to my first competition and got last place, that was still confidence because even though I got last place, I still had the experience and I could learn from it. And then my next show, I got second place, almost winning the whole thing. And then all my shows after that, I won. All result of positive experiences that led to confidence. Then I started my real estate company. And by this time, I kind of had the process down already. And I knew, well, I don't have experience as a real estate agent yet. But I haven't started a real estate business. But you know what I have done is I started a music business from scratch and quit the public workforce from it. I went from being out of shape to an award-winning bodybuilder. I've done those things. And so because I've done those things, I have the faith in myself that I can build my real estate business. And then as I started getting wins in real estate, I grew confident in my abilities in real estate. Then I started a team. I went from a solo agent to a team. And the same process, right? I hadn't started the team before, but I became one of the top 5 producing agents in the country, top 5% producing agents in the country as a solo agent. So I knew I had the faith in myself with my coach to start a team, and I did. And now we're in the top 5% of teams across the country in terms of income and sales volume. And so it's called cyclical confidence because when you're doing something new for the first time, it starts with faith. You have faith from a similar, not the same, but a similar relevant experience you can pull from. That gives you the faith that you need to get started. When you start winning, that leads to confidence. That leads to new levels of faith, new levels of confidence, and it keeps going round and round. So for a visual, it would look like this, like a loop that's going everlasting this way, okay? And at the bottom of the loop is faith. And faith leads to confidence at the top. Then when you get that confidence, well, now you're breaking into new levels. So again, if I use the real estate example, okay, let's say I had my first closing, start with faith, no experience. Then I had my first closing. Now I'm confident I can close 1 deal. But what if I want to close 2 deals in a month? Well, I haven't done that before. So I don't know if I have the confidence I can do it, but I have faith I can do it. And so now I have faith I can close 2 deals. Then I do it. Now I have confidence. What about 5 deals? Faith, confidence, faith, confidence, faith, confidence. And as you go, confidence takes over from the back. And it just keeps going round and round. Faith, confidence, over and over in that cyclical form. And so when you're starting something for the first time, ask yourself, what have I done that might not be this exact thing that I'm doing, but it is similar? I had to have similar traits, similar experiences, similar efforts that I got results in. that I can apply to this new thing that I'm doing. That is where it starts with faith. Then you use that to start getting wins and experience that builds confidence. And then the cycle really begins. So if you're doing something for the first time, whether it's entrepreneurial, personal, whatever, ask yourself, even if I haven't had success in this thing, I've done something. For sure, I've done something that gives me faith that I can do this new thing. And you leverage that into new levels of confidence. And that is how you eliminate imposter syndrome. That is how you can build confidence by having faith in yourself and by utilizing the cyclical confidence principle. Again, you eliminate imposter syndrome. You have the confidence, the faith you need walking into new endeavors, and you do not let anything stop you. You stay positive, you take action, and I guarantee you that it's going to be impossible to fail when you utilize cyclical confidence.